prosecutor and current IG of DOJ that a self-certification process is a recipe for fraud?
Absolutely.
I read your opening statement closely, and I appreciate very much your call for more resources for data and data analysis, which, in my experience, is the most effective way of rooting out identity theft, unquestionably the biggest cause of COVID fraud as well as most other frauds. Mr. Horowitz, in your view, has the Department of Justice received enough money to prosecute fraud related to COVID relief funds to the very fullest extent?
I think that's going to be a question over time, because they are ramping up dramatically, as we are and as Secret Services and others. They will need additional resources, particularly
For those who didn't get to get their checks
to deal with
because they lied and said they had to be reviewed.
Substantial number.
It was fraudulent.
So you would certainly agree that the department would benefit from more funds for COVID relief fraud?
I believe they will need that this year and in the years to come.
I want to ask you to switch.
Just like me, I never got not one COVID
for the Department of Justice
check at all.
And I'm going to direct your attention
Not
to
one.
a recent New York Times article entitled "How
didn't mean to
Barr's
interrupt
Quest
him.
to Find Flaws in the Russia Inquiry Unraveled," which is dated January 26, 2023. Did you read this lengthy article last week, Mr. Horowitz?
I did read it.
Mr. Chairman, I'd ask for unanimous consent to introduce this article into the record.
Without objection. So ordered.
Now, this article is based on a months-long investigation by the Times exposing a tremendous amount of waste and abuse, but no fraud, by Special Counsel John Durham, who was assigned by former AG Bill Barr to investigate the origins of the Russia investigation under a false conspiracy theory. Mr. Horowitz, you released a report on that exact topic, didn't you?
We released our report about the handling of Crossfire Hurricane and the FISA matter in December 2019.
And Crossfire Hurricane, just to be clear, became the Special Counsel Mueller's investigation, right?
It was the what's been referred to colloquially as the Russia investigation.
Right. And you concluded that the initiation of a full Russia investigation by the FBI was legitimate and supported by the evidence. Is that correct?
I would want to go back and find the exact words I used in that report, but we determined we did not find evidence of inappropriate decision making in that regard. But again, I'd want to use the precise language I used in that report. It is public. It's on our website.
Okay. And you referred one case to Special Counsel Durham, correct?
That's correct. An attorney, Mr. Kleinsmith, who we found had altered a document.
And he pled guilty. And other than that case, do you know how many cases Mr. Durham charged?
As to what's public, I have no idea if there's anything under seal. I'm assuming not, but I don't know the answer to that. There are 2 public cases beyond that.
And how many convictions did he get?
Other than the Kleinsmith case, the other cases were the juries found the individuals not guilty.
Mr. Horowitz, last night, Congressman Ted Lieu and I sent you a letter requesting that you conduct an investigation into Special Counsel Durham's investigation to see if Mr. Barr or Mr. Durham violated any department policies, regulations, or law. Have you reviewed this letter yet?
I was not aware that you had sent that until you just showed it to me, but I certainly will read it and review it.
Mr. Chair, I'd ask for unanimous consent to offer into the record. And could I just,
Without objection, the gentleman's time's expired.
Mr. Horowitz, can you just commit to right now?
Gentleman's time's expired.
This
We
letter?
appreciate the questions on COVID and
What is wrong with